see you there. Welcome back to your boy, Shine Every Way. I appreciate y'all liking and subscribing. Thank you. I really appreciate all the love that I've been getting, all the comments, whether good or bad. Yeah, as y'all see, I don't delete them. I like them. Opinions, you're entitled to it. Absolutely. Let me know what you think. I was supposed to do a vlogmas. Sorry that I couldn't. My day became real hectic. Y'all know it's Christmas. Things happen, plans happen, unexpected. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry. But shout out to Sunny TV. Shout out to Tiff West, Tiff space West. Hit her up. She's new to YouTube. She's beautiful. She has a lot to say. She's definitely going to, take these YouTube streets by win. So go check her out. I wanted to make a vlog, and so since I couldn't, I wanted to, talk about something positive, and that sometimes has a negative connotation to it. So let's just get straight into it. Let's talk about single mothers. I was raised by a single mother predominantly, pretty much throughout my whole life. So I know firsthand as a man that having a mother that is doing everything, that is trying to take on the mother role and the father role, has never been easy, but it's been passed on decade to decade by, family to family, to where people just, you're just used to it, like my mom did it, or my dad did it, so hey, I got to do it too, but it doesn't always mean that it has to be that way. But you have a lot of people that get into relationships and marriages and things just because they have children, and those children never are enough to keep them together, because they still end up parting or just having a really toxic life. But on Father's Day, I see a lot of single moms that I know that take care of their kids alone, and they'll say like Happy Father's Day to themselves. And it's just like, as much as you want to take that father's role, you never can. It's unfortunate. That's why a father's presence, no different than a mother's presence, is so important, because that's how we get our examples. That's how we get things in our mindset to where we're actually going to pass these things down to our own children, just based off of what we see in ourselves. So if you have a lot of black men especially that are out here in one parent households, and when they get out on their own and they get with a woman, they're from this chick to that chick, baby to baby, and that's what all races, not just black boys, but it's more often with young black males, to where that is something that happens. But you have to think about, if you knew better, you do better. So if they didn't have a structure in their house to what they seen to see what a husband and a wife looks like, how do you expect this man to be a husband? If he's never seen that, and then you have the stigma with a lot of single mothers that their boys especially always feel responsible for their parent. So if I've always been there, I've always been the man of the house, I've always made sure my mom was good, it's harder for them to move on. And that's why when they do find somebody special, and that when they are at the point where they are getting married, why the moms have such a friction and such a, a head clash with the, wife to be, or the daughter-in-law to be, is because of that control. It's just, you're taking a big part of me. You're not just taking my son. This is somebody that has got me through things, that has coached me through things, that, one of the reasons why I kept pushing, why I keep doing what I'm doing, still to this day, that's part of my heartbeat, so it's not you just taking my, he's an adult, and yeah, of course he's going to go get married, or she's going to go and get married. But in some situations, especially in single parent households, the bonds that you have with your parent, it's severe. So it's really hard to cut that bond, to where a lot of kids won't go to college or go to a college out of state if they're eligible to go to college, because they don't want to be too far from their parent. Or when if they do get a good job offer, if it's not close enough to where they can still be around that person, so they can make sure that they have groceries, or make sure that they're okay, or come and check on them, then it's like they won't move. Or, so it's like you're literally prolonging your life, or pausing your life, based on people's decisions and actions. And that's not fair to the kid, to the person that's growing up, to the young man or to the young female that's coming up, because now they feel this pressure to stick around, because you've been so dependent on them, and they've been so dependent on you, to where now it's time for me to actually, take what you taught me and instill this into my own children, into my own family, into this person, and I can't even do it because the bond is still so strong. So that's why it takes for the parent. That's why they say the parent has to cut that umbilical cord. It has to be you, So like, as a single mother, I understand, like, I literally praise the ground that they walk on, because it is not an easy task. And the majority of single mothers didn't want that to be that way. It's just you're in certain situations you just got to get out of, whether abusive or emotional or financial, or, there's a lot of reasons to why people in relationships just don't work. So, I mean, it's